All right, so one of the benefits about making things is if you don't like something, you can change it. So that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so I recently made this lamp out of a piece of wood, and in using it for a little bit, there's some changes that I want to make. So one in particular is to raise up the shade a little bit, and the other is to switch out the cable with something that has a switch that's closer to the lamp as opposed to closer to the outlet. So this will go into a little bit more detail in terms of what I did to actually get this put together. All right, let's take a look at the parts I'll be using. First of all, I've got a new wire. So as you can see, this will have a switch that will be closer to the actual lamp itself. All right, up next I've got a new socket. Basically the bottom is threaded right there so that I can use a light nipple. So this will just thread into the bottom, and then that'll give you some extra height on the lamp. All right, first step is just take this all apart. All right, so these wires are push fit into this socket here. So I'm using a small Allen key basically to hold the spring part back and then just remove the cable. So it's a little bit finicky, but a little bit of jiggling around can just pop them out. So I'm just sticking that into the spring part. There we go. So just slowly work them out, and then now you can take all the cabling out. There we go, just like that. I can remove the cable, the wire, and use that on another project. All right, so I've got a decent hole at the top for the cable to go through originally, so what I'll end up doing is probably just epoxy the nipple and just screw that into the wood. All right, now that the epoxy is set, what I'll do is feed the wire through the hole here. So if you can't get it through the hole in the first shot, you can use a little bit of wire. So I just pass this through, and that should make my life a little bit easier. Okay, so now that the wire has been pulled through, it's just a matter of attaching all the rest of the components. One thing I wanted to quickly add too was a small piece of steel just to basically cover the threads. So I'll just throw that on, and then I'll put the base cap on, get the wires through that. And now I'll just pull this through and attach the socket. All right, so to connect up the socket, we will be wiring the hot lead to the brass terminal and the neutral wire to the silver terminal. All right, now for a quick test. All right, that works. Okay, cool. So I do have an adjustment or another switch on the actual light bulb itself, but this is multiple, it's for basically a light with multiple settings. So I don't think I'll be using that because I just kind of want it on and off. So that's why I added the single switch to the cable. So as you can see, it's fairly easy to turn basically anything into a lamp. The cord, the sockets, a lot of the electrical components for this are available at home hardware centers, so they're readily available. You don't have to get too fancy with this. And in terms of wiring, it's pretty straightforward. You basically got two wires that connect to two terminals. So that, it makes it really easy to turn basically anything you can into a decorative lamp or a decorative feature. So yeah, I encourage you to give it a try and see what kind of things you make. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something today.